In today's video, I'm going to show you how I took my video from this to this. Yes, this guys, in just 5 easy steps. 5 easy steps. We don't want this, we don't want this, we want this. Step 1 and step 2 are kind of baby steps, the fundamentals. But step 3 and 4, those are the game changers. That's actually what makes this video that you're watching different from any other video you've seen. And step 5 is a perfect icing on the cake. So let's get into it, guys. Step 1, simple. Bring your video into CapCut and remove the background. So the first things first is just for us to bring in our materials, whatever we want to work with. Let me just make it very short and simple. Let's just make it. So that's the first thing. Bring your video into CapCut. Yeah, you bring your video into CapCut and you come here, remove BG, automatic removal. So when it comes to remove background, you can use auto remover or chroma key. Chroma key is actually the easiest, but you need to have like a green screen to do that, or a simple colored background or backdrop. So that way you just pick it up and just remove it. That's pretty easy. So now, yes, as you guys can see, our background is gone. Step 2, guys, we need to pick the right backgrounds. Listen to me. You cannot make a video about tech and you have yourself on a cattle ranch. Look at me now. I'm talking about video editing, and behind me, you can see a laptop. Yeah, because it matches what I'm talking about. So we need to pick the perfect background. We need to get the right background. I found mine already, like you've seen in the video. So I found my background. So this is what I want to use here. This is the background I want. This one you can see here. The one that has, so this is it here. I have my background here. This one, yes, this is the background. You'll be surprised how I made this background work. So this is the background I chose. This is the image here. It's pretty ugly, but you can see what came out of it after I was done. Like, that's how interesting it is when you make good use of things. This is the background, and this is what came out of it. Can you see the difference, guys? So that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it is very, very important for you to get the right background. So now we've removed the background. We take this back up here to overlay, and we bring the background down to it. So now it kind of looks ugly. It kind of looks out of place. But the next step, I'll be telling you how to actually make everything look perfect, just the way you can see it here. So this is what we want to get, but this is what we currently have. Step 3. This is one of the most important out of the 5. You need to resize and angle your images properly. Look at me. I'm looking up to my camera. I'm not looking down, which means whatever image I have behind me needs to work with that same angle. You need to resize your image properly and also get the right angles. You can see right now it looks weird. It looks like it doesn't look real. It doesn't look real. So when it comes to angling your image or resizing it properly, if you notice, I'm looking up to my camera, which means whatever is behind me needs to always also come from that same angle. So for instance now, a picture like this, I just need to bring it down a bit. All of a sudden, it starts to look more real. We just bring it down, it looks a bit more real because of the angle of the camera. Next thing, I zoom in a bit. You see? It starts to look more real. Just getting the right angle. Getting the right angle, guys. Can you see what I'm talking about? Just getting the right angle alone. I didn't do anything. All I just did was just move it. So rather than having it this way, it looks fake. I just had it this way. And now it looks real. With just resizing and getting the perfect angle. So whenever you get the background, don't just throw it into CapCut. No. Pick the perfect angle and size for how the background is supposed to fit. You don't have to show the entire background. This doesn't work. It's obvious it's not real. So you need to zoom into the background. Maybe you need to put yourself to this. Maybe you need to use maybe just one side of the background or the other side. Just pick whatever sides or whatever side of the background works best for you. So this works best for me because I'm looking up to my camera. So this works perfect for me. So this is what works for me. So resize your videos properly and pick the perfect angles. Just that simple step. Our video went from this to this with just easy step. You can see we're getting close to what we want. We're getting very, 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 very close to what we want. So that's how you get this one done, guys. Pick the perfect angles and pick the right size for your background. Pick the right size. You can see what I have here. You can see I had to zoom in all the way just to get this perfect background here. The 4th step is to add the blur effect behind you. And why do you need to have the blur effect behind you? You need to create space between yourself and the background. You need to have this feeling of depth and distance between yourself and the background.
You are the main subject. Your background is just aesthetics. It's just extra.
To add a blur effect, you just come to CapCut here under Effects, and you can just search for it. Or if you have it saved, that's fine. Whichever one works for you. You can just search for blur, and you'd find it, BLUR, and it comes out. You get your blur effect. So you can see here, you have your blur effect, and you put it on the background, and see it's already blurry. The thing is, when you had your blur effect, it might look a bit off at first. But the thing is, if you actually want to know how it looks, you can just export the video to see. 50% actually works perfectly for me. This image we have here, this is 50% the blur background. So this works very fine. It might not look like this now, but believe me, it works very, very, very well. So that's how you had your blur effect to your background. This is very, very important to add that blur effect. You want that distance between yourself and the background. The most important thing is you, not the background. The background is just aesthetics. So now we've added our blur effect. Also, one thing I probably just have to do is just resize myself a bit. I can decide to resize myself, just make myself a bit bigger. Depends. It's not like compulsory, but I think I might do it for this one. So you can see everything starts to make sense. Everything now starts to make sense. So that's the other step, guys. Add the blur effect. You see, we're getting close, we're getting close, we're getting close.
The final and the fifth step is to add lights to your background. So look at this and look at this. It's not the most important thing, but like I said, it's the icing on the cake. Once you finally have it, like, oh, that looks good.
Okay, so guys, we're almost there. This is what we want, but this is what we have. It's not close yet. So this is the fifth and final step. Is to add the proper lighting to your video. So the first thing first, before we actually had our lights, we'll come to adjustment and we'll add a custom adjustment. So let me show you how I get that done. I'm just going to work with, let's see. I have LUTs. I'll talk about LUTs later in some other videos. I'm just going to pick this LUT. Let's put it at 50. Then I'm going to do my adjustments. So you can see the video starts to make more sense. So you need to get your color correction done. So when it comes to relighting your video, you need to also get your color correction properly done. You need to get color correction done. However you want it to get done, you need to get that done. Sharpen your video a bit. Let's do 25, and also add like this vintage dark edge to it. So it gives it that feel. Obviously, I'm pretty advanced when it comes to like these things. So I will explain them later. So yeah, we're almost there. So we need to get this done properly. I can drop the intensity of this. I'm looking a bit, okay, let me just do 10 for you. Okay, so that starts to look better now. Okay, so you can see, first setting, we have this, now we have this. So you can see, we're getting closer to what we have here. We're getting closer to what we have here. We're getting closer to what we have here. So you guys can see the difference now. But this is not the actual light I'm talking about. So the actual light I'm talking about is supposed to be to your background. And guys, when you see this, you will be amazed. You come down here to relight. It's a pro feature, and you click on it. And it allows you to add light to your background. So you come to ambient light, and you just pick any one of them. You can just pick, let's just pick blue light. So you can see you have multiple options to add light to your background, but we don't want too much light. We want something very, very, very simple. We want something. I think I have a preset already. Oh yeah, I actually have a preset. So this is a preset I have, so this is what I wanted us to have. So guys, I just added lights to the background. Look at this. No light, light, no light, light. Can you see that? With just adding this blue light I have here to my back, it gives that effect of the desktop behind me actually being on. So you can see, no light, light. So this is the final icing on the cake. As I said, this one is the icing on the cake. This is the icing on the cake, guys. This is actually what you want to do. So you can see, no light, light. So I'm going to show you how I created that preset. And just very simple. Just, we can see light one. All you just need to have is one light. So let me take it out and let me just create that one for you quickly. So just come to ambient. Just pick a random one. Let's just pick green light. Let's pick anyone that has one. So it has light one also. So it has directional. You don't want directional, you want point light. You want point light. Let me see if I can move it. I can't move that one, so I can't work with this one. Let me get something very simple. Let me see if I can work with this one. The lights are eating, and I don't like them. Okay, this is good for me. This is very, very good for me. So this is very good for me. So I have light one here and light two. So I'm just going to delete light two, and I'm going to work with light one, which is behind me. So now I want it as a point light, not a directional light. And also, I want it to have a blue light. So I'm going to reduce the intensity a bit. So just to give that feel of a monitor being on. Let me give it that monitor light. Okay, this is that one. Yeah, it has that feel like the actual desktop being on behind. Yes, this is a perfect one. So I can decide to fix the radius, reduce, increase, however I want. Distance also is fine. So yeah, so that's how you get that one done. Also, you can choose the brightness of the lights. Maybe you want your room to be a bit darker, brighter, however you want it. I think I actually like this dark one. This is very nice. I've never tried this before. I'm going to go with this one. I like this one a lot. So guys, can you see? No light, light. Look at this, guys. This is so amazing. It looks as if the laptop behind me is on, or the desktop behind me is on. So it's very, very important. These are the minor things you can do that will literally just change your entire editing. I just came here, add this what's it called, mysterious purple, but rather than having purple, I just chose blue and I chose point light. And yeah, okay, no, I should actually have it on just the background alone, not both. So yeah, I have it on the background. Also, yeah, choose background and not both. So I've just had the background. So like as if my desktop behind me is actually on. It's actually not my desktop anyways. So guys, that's actually how you get it done. Look at this. Take this out. If you press V, it goes out. And if you also take not the effect. Also, yeah, speaking about effects, the effects are about 50. You can see, right? They have effect on 50. And also when it comes to highlights. Guys, can you see how far we've come? Look at how far we've come. From this to having this to also having this. So just add extra finishing touches. I have a bit of acne on my face, so I'll probably just have to fix my face and do some extra things. But yeah, guys, that's how we get it done. That's how we go from step 1, 2, and 3 to get everything we need to get done. I actually like this really, really blue one. I think I'll work with this one moving forward. This is nice. This has that feel of, yeah, I have a blue light in my room. I'll add some extra color correction to my face. I'm looking a bit red. I think it's because I had too much light. So I probably have to do some curves here to get things fixed. I'll do that later. So guys, I made the little corrections I wanted to make already. So my skin looks different and not too red. So you can see we went from here to here. So you can see the difference. Also, when it comes to the light, I like this. It's quite different from this. This looks more serious. You can see the blue feel and everything. So this is what we currently have. So we used to have this, and now we have this. So this is really, really good. So this is what adding light can actually do to your video.
So thank you so much. If you've come this far, kindly like and subscribe, and believe me, I've got some really, really interesting things for you guys when it comes to creating content and growing on YouTube. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.